So a couple of years back, we decided we need to, we're a marketing firm and we need to get our brand out there and interact with more people. So we ate our own dog food, started creating content, and that's why we are the behemoth that we are today. No, false. What we did instead was we tried some traditional marketing campaigns and tactics that fell flat on their face. And while it was a huge failure for us, it can be a lesson for you. Let's get into it. Okay, so a couple years back, like I said, we were trying to get a little bit more attention. We decided we wanted to run a marketing campaign for ourselves. And I think we knew that we probably should just go about the content process that we do for other customers. But there was a little, voice in the back of our heads that said, if we just do a really effective paid campaign on such and such platforms, I'm not going to go dog all the things that we did incorrectly, but maybe we can get around some of that effort, get around some of that sweat equity, and really scale the brand that way instead. And it failed for a couple of reasons, but one was something that we just couldn't foresee at the time, which was really the prominence, the preeminence now of what a lot of people call the creator economy. And you may or may not be familiar with that term, but the idea behind the creator economy is that we now have advanced technology to this point where individuals themselves are companies, and companies that can build and leverage audience to sell products, to develop services, to obviously advertise against. There's a million different ways that you can leverage an audience through what's quote unquote called the creator economy. And there's a lot of hype around that, and the hype is 100% justified, because what's happening now is the consumer is demanding and having higher and higher choice in the content that they are consuming. Okay. So in the past, the way that you would advertise is you would borrow brand equity from a network, from a newspaper, from, a local icon of some sorts, a highway presence, whatever, a billboard is what I'm talking about. You would borrow the brand equity that someone else had, and you would trade dollars in order to say, hey, let us use that brand equity. Let us use that space. Let us use that real estate. Let us use your name. Let us use your network and all the viewers that comes with, and put our brand in front of all of that, borrowing your equity. And what has changed is that when consumers began less and less, it started with cord cutting, it continued with the proliferance of all these different subscription platforms, and now just on the internet itself, aside from your Netflix, Hulu, HBO, you've just got YouTube and Substack and Twitter, and the review on Twitter, all these different newsletter applications, things like that, to where the consumer is empowered more than ever as to what they want to subscribe to, as opposed to looking at, the big networks that used to have all of the attention and allow them to resell our attention to brands. So as a brand, you need to think differently about how you go about advertising to your consumer. That old way of buying media attention is gone. And the trend is only going to get more and more aggressive as these different products and services continue to get unbundled. So what you need to do, in order to, and obviously it's kind of the premise of this entire show, is you need your brand to build an audience around whatever it is that you're talking about. And this might be for your company. This might be a leading voice inside of your company that you build the brand around. This could be some community that you build around the problem area or the topic that you're talking about. So there's a few different ways to slice this, but ultimately you need to build a direct pipeline to your audience where you can communicate with them, you can engage with them, you can troubleshoot their problems, and one of the most important things to you as a business owner is you can eventually sell and market your products and services to them. Or so that's one route. You need to build that pipeline directly. Or the only other way is to borrow equity from individuals who are building that pipeline. Okay, so it's a Very big difference. In the past, you would borrow equity from networks, you would borrow equity from institutions, and I don't want to get into the whole psychoanalysis of this, but all of that is going away. The trust in institutions has evaporated almost entirely, and so now you need to find individuals who represent your consumers' interests, whether that be B2B or B2C, and partner with them to promote your brand and to establish engagement with your audience if you don't believe that you can do so yourself. Those are really only your two options, because the future that we've been talking about for a long time is more than here, right? We are partway through this era now, and creators have replaced the networks and agencies of old that used to be able to do this on behalf of brands. So we need to stop advertising like our grandparents did, and some of our parents, and we need to, as companies, become creators ourselves, or leverage the equity that other creators have developed. Hope that helps. We'll see you tomorrow.